Welcome back. Prime Day is here, but this year a lot of shoppers are thinking beyond just scoring a bargain, with more Americans relying on credit to cover monthly expenses. Experts say the biggest savings may come from having a plan before you click that buy now button. So joining us now with more is Kimberly Palmer, personal finance expert at NerdWallet. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Okay, so this is a big deal. What should shoppers do before they jump in and start buying to make sure that we're actually saving money and we don't just start overspending?
Well, the most important thing for shoppers to do is to make your list of items that you might want to purchase during this sale ahead of time. Because one of the challenges we face as shoppers is we go into a sale and there's immediately a sense of time pressure, a frenzy, and you feel like you have to buy the good deals immediately. And so you want to make sure you're giving yourself time to plan, comparison shop, and think about what you really want before the sales start or before you're actually making your purchases. So now is the perfect time, just as these summer sales are kicking off, to make your list and think about, are there any essentials you need to buy anyway that you could get at a really good discount right now?
Okay, so definitely have a plan. That is very important. We don't want those impulse buys. You made a great point about looking around. Not every markdown is a real bargain. So are there tools or strategies we can use to make sure that we're really getting a good deal here?
There are tools that we can use, and the best way is to pull up the price history of any item you're thinking of buying, especially the big ticket items where swings in prices can make a pretty big difference in how much you ultimately pay. So right now, for example, on Amazon, for many products, you can pull up the price history immediately on the product page. So that can give you a sense of, is this actually a good deal or not? And even though we're in the midst of the Amazon Prime sale this week, it's not your only option. There are other big sales going on as well. Walmart, Target, they've also followed suit. And then, of course, we don't want to forget about our local businesses and other smaller businesses as well. It's always worth shopping around because you never know where you're going to actually get the best price.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned the Walmart and the Target. As you take a look at these Prime deals, what do you recommend people buy and what should they be skipping from Prime?
Well, there are some categories that really stand out this week as places to get the best deals, and that is anything Amazon branded. So if you're in the market for an Amazon product like a new Kindle, a Ring doorbell, anything like that, now is a great time to buy, second only to the Black Friday sales. So that definitely want to take advantage of that. Also, electronics in general as a category, appliances, beauty products, those are all great categories to look at. Where you want to wait is anything in the back to school world. So if you're in the market for new backpacks, office supplies, that kind of thing, we'll see those sales come later in August. And then the other category to skip right now is outdoor products. So things like patio furniture and grills, those sales really come around later in the summer.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Now, NerdWallet found more than a third of Americans have said that they're going to rely on credit for some expenses this month. How do we make sure, just put this top of mind, we want to avoid turning a good deal into long-term debt, because that's just going to hurt in the long run?
Well, the challenge right now for consumers is that prices are high all around us, even for our everyday essentials, gas, groceries, we're paying more. And that just puts pressure on the rest of our budget. So the key to make sure that we're not accruing more debt during these sales is just to plan ahead and think about, how can I leverage these sales to buy really what I need to purchase anyway, maybe some necessities that you've been waiting to buy. That can be a great way to take advantage of these sales without purchasing extra or items that, you'll come to decide, oh, I really didn't need that after all, those impulse purchases, because that's where we tend to get into trouble.
Okay, coming full circle, back to having a plan. Kimberly, thank you for your advice. NerdWallet's such a great tool for us all. We appreciate it and happy shopping.
Thank you, you too.